All right, welcome to Slug Snacks, where we talk about whatever tickles our little fancy. I'm Oz.
I'm Jake.
I'm Andy.
Today we're going to talk about the Pleiades. I bet you don't know what the Pleiades are.
I do.
Do you?
They're the lesbian star
That
cluster from the Subaru.
Well, that implies that has like incestuous implications when you say it like that. Because
Yeah, that's cool. Lesbian incest.
It's okay. It's okay if
That's
it's
no.
lesbians.
Biblically, it's okay.
Biblically,
Also, they're in that one Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
what?
What?
I believe that he says he'll take you to the Pleiades.
Okay,
I don't remember the name of the song.
great, perfect.
That's how I know it, though. It's Subaru, lesbian stars, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You're on the right path.
I know more than Andy does.
Stirs. Well, to get us started here, why don't we do?
That's a good pun.
Thank you. It wasn't a pun. Let's do a little thought experiment. If you were a constellation,
Yep.
what would you be? What shape would you take?
Ooh. I will say I would want my shape to be obvious and not just people connecting a bunch of random dots and be like, oh, it's a lion.
Don't you make fun of Leo like that?
I would want to be a very obvious,
Yeah.
very well clustered and very clear spiral.
Okay.
Just like 40 stars, but in like a spiral.
That's a lot of stars.
And then maybe add 2 up above it, 2 to the right, and 2 at the bottom. That way people could be like, that's Polywhirl.
I mean, you want to be a Pokemon, okay?
Yeah. No, I want to be stars in the shape of a Pokemon.
Star-
I don't want to be a
Right.
Polywhirl.
Obviously.
I don't like water. That'd be stupid.
Of course. Andy.
I want to be a C shape because I like sleeping curled up. So,
You want
Like
to be
the
a shrimp.
letter C.
yeah, like the letter C.
Andy's
Wha-
gonna be a shrimp.
Okay, no, because that's the thing is they could have said shrimp. They could have said shrimp, but they said the letter C.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So much less. To be honest, knowing some of the astrologers, astronomers, same shit.
It's
It's the same. It's the same thing. There would be some Taurus rising somewhere. They would be like, "That's a shrimp." Actually, it's not the letter C.
Okay.
What
So
would you want?
you're just banking on the fact that like people are going to argue about whether like what the constellation is.
I feel like that's how they kind of get their shapes to begin with.
Okay.
What would you be?
You know, that's a great question that I had not considered at all.
Why?
I didn't figure.
Yeah, no, I thought of it, my dog's growling. She's really mad at me. I didn't think about this beforehand. You tell him. I want to be majestic and large, so I would be
A Snorlax.
You're already majestic and large to me.
Thank you.
What would you be, Oz?
I'm stalling.
Do you want me to toss you some ideas? We have pterodactyls.
Why didn't I pick a
Oh, shut,
dinosaur?
No, you don't get. You know,
Oh.
No, this is
no,
Oz's
no.
time. You've answered.
Yep.
A sunfish.
A sunfish.
Yeah, they're the big ones.
I know what it is.
That are not smart and they get eaten and they keep moving.
I was about to say, I saw a video on Reddit the other day of an orca eating one.
Yeah, people
oh.
just take bites out of them like a Pringles. Okay.
I'll be a slime mold. Mm-hmm.
Aren't slime molds just kind of like splat looking things?
Kinda.
Okay. Yeah, your decision. Let's keep it rolling.
Anyway. So the Pleiades are a star cluster. So not quite a constellation. Something more akin to an asterism, which is just a constellation that's not officially recognized. So it's also just a shape in the sky. But it's also a star cluster, which means they are sibling stars that were formed in the same molecular cloud and are still loosely held together by gravity many, many light years out in space. But to us, we see what looks like a teeny tiny dipper. So, if you are in the northern hemisphere and you look up at the sky, and there's some very recognizable shapes. Everyone probably knows Orion. So if you look for Orion's belt and that points you towards the big bright red star Aldebaran, which is the eye of the bull in the constellation Taurus. And then the Pleiades, the tiny, tiny dipper, is on Taurus's shoulder. Most likely you've seen it and you're like, hey, is that the dipper? If you kind of don't know anything about the stars, you're like, I know what the dipper's shape is.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen the Pleiades.
So canonically, in space fandom canon,
Yes, in the space fandom.
there's a bunch of lesbians riding on the back of a bull.
They're not.
That's kind of sick. That's kind of cool.
They're very cool. There's also another cluster of stars in Taurus called the Hyades,
Okay.
who are like the sister stars to the Pleiades.
I thought the Pleiades were sisters.
They are. They're more sisters. It's because
Why are they separated?
Because they have different parents.
Oh, they're half siblings.
They're halfsies. God.
Okay.
So the Pleiades.
That's legal in the state of Alabama still, I think.
Disgusting. The Pleiades are specifically the daughters of Atlas.
Now, for a brief sponsored break.
Yes, give us a commercial.
What should I commercialize? So, not like legit, but like a fake version of Nurse Papeter is really good, and it's made with 23 special ingredients.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
We can't say it.
Nurse Papeter.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
the lyric is coming from space to teach you of the Pleiades.
Yeah. We can also talk at some point how the Pleiades have entered popular culture.
Thanks to the Red Hot Chili Pepper and lesbians.
You know the lesbians?
Yeah.
They're all about the Pleiades,
They
let me
are.
tell you. So the Pleiades are the daughters. There's 7 daughters of Atlas and Pleione.
Okay, I know who Alice is.
I know
who the
you-
fuck
yeah.
is Plenty? Plenty? Like the band?
Pleione.
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 The elder.
Okay,
I don't
Plenty the Elder. No,
I don't get it.
we'll discuss afterwards. Okay, Pleione.
Pleione.
Atlas and Pleione.
Yes.
Who is Pleione?
Pleione is an oceanid nymph from Mount Selene,
Isn't Atlas...
Where is that?
Greece.
Okay.
Isn't Atlas the guy holding up the world?
Yes, Atlas is the Titan who is condemned by Zeus to hold up the world on his shoulders.
How does that work physically?
You know the world?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, what?
How does Atlas and Pleione work physically?
Because she's in the water that
Yep.
he's holding up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And if she's in the water,
Uh-huh.
she is smaller than...
Yeah.
Statistically, let's say things are proportionate to the body size.
Uh-huh. We can assume that because they are magical gods and goddesses, titans, nymphs,
Are
whatever.
Titans magical?
What is your definition of magic?
Like Kronos. Okay, Kronos
Yeah.
is like, he's like a time titan, right? Or some shit.
Sure.
I don't know. I think Percy Jackson warped my interpretation of a lot of things. Just
Okay.
continue the story. I'm sorry.
Tell us about the lesbians.
It's kind of like imagining like a Chihuahua and a Great Dane. Like, I don't know how it
Yeah.
physically works. Anyway, continue.
Yes, it's fine. I don't know if there's actual like folklore behind it, but you can imagine.
I don't wanna, but continue.
Yeah. So
AO3 does that for me.
it sure will. So just like a quick background, the Hyades were they're half sisters.
Mhm.
I think they were also they were either the daughters of Pleione or Alice, and I didn't fucking write it down, so I don't remember. Anyway, one of them was the parent, and then they also had a brother named Hyas, hence the Hyades. And Hyas died, and the Hyades were like, "We're so sad. Our brother is dead. We're gonna kill ourselves." And the Pleiades were like, "We're so sad. Our sisters are dead. We're gonna kill ourselves." And so they all went and became constellations. That's just how Greek myth is. There's a lot of we're gonna die and become the stars.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's a little self-important, I think.
It's yeah. It kind of is. So, the Pleiades. There's Maya, Electra, Taijati, Seleno, Alcyone, Sterope, and Merope.
Okay, I want to pause.
Yes.
Because last episode,
Yeah.
you gave me shit for
Yes.
pronunciation. Did you just nail all of those?
Yes, I did. I had to look them up because I have to pronounce those for my job.
Okay. I can see.
I can see. I watched the videos. I watched the silly French man who told me how to say the name.
Okay, first off, French people can't pronounce anything right. So all of those, I'm just going to assume we're wrong. But continue.
Whatever. So, the sister.
Croissant.
Croissant. So, from Earth, if you look up at the Pleiades, you can see maybe 6 or 7 stars. In ancient times, when the sky was much darker, there are some sky watchers who bragged they could see up to 20. Now, we can't confirm that, but a lot of people use that as a test of eyesight. So if you could see more Pleiades, you had better eyes. And again, we can't prove that they weren't just lying.
They also thought dragons were real.
They
so
did. They did do that.
They didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah.
Also, stars die.
Speak on that.
Okay, like Heath Ledger.
Like, they burn out.
Uh-huh.
So.
And
Yeah.
how long
But the amount of time.
does
a
it
long
take?
time.
Uh-huh.
Just, you leave me alone.
So you almost have a point.
Mm-hmm.
In that, yes, there are some stars that have disappeared from our sky because at some point they died, and the amount of time it took for the light to reach us, we did get to see them at some point.
Mhm.
Nowadays, we could probably still see about 6 of the Pleiades. Now, there are actually close to about 1,000 of them. But
Damn.
yeah. There's a whole bunch. But because they are 440 some light years away, we can't see them too good. Now, this, of course, inspired some folklore because some people said they could see 7, and some people said they could only see 6. And so they were like, okay, that 7th star is actually the lost sister. So in Greek myth, that's Merope, who is the youngest of the Pleiades. Merope married Sisyphus. We all know Sisyphus. Him and his big rock that he pushed up a hill all the time.
I have a
Uh-huh,
question.
that guy.
Yeah,
Is this before or after the rock commitment?
I don't know.
I would assume before.
I
Just
just
like after he's kind of tied up.
I sort of assume that there's like no canon time frame in any of Greek myth because it just kind of is all happening.
Oh, it's all what do you call that shit? It's not cyclical.
Yeah,
It's simultaneous.
sure.
Okay. Everything's occurring at the same time.
Correct.
In your world. Okay.
Yeah. So she marries Sisyphus and becomes immortal. And because she's now immortal.
That's how it worked back then? Nowadays, you can just get half of people's shit. I know you become immortal back then. That's fucking crazy.
She became immortal, not immortal.
Oh, she became... Oh.
She was already immortal because she was the daughter of a titan.
Horrible deal.
Yeah, but Sisyphus was like... He was
Kind of a
important guy,
loser. Oh,
but he pushed the rock.
he did push the rock.
Also in Hades, he's really nice.
He is really nice in Hades.
You should feel bad for what you've done to him.
No.
Okay, so she ruins her life.
Yeah, and then she fades away.
That's where the star went? Because she became mortal, she lost her stardom?
Hmm.
Okay, quick interjection, and
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll let you finish.
I don't think so.
Probably not. So I was sitting there and I was like, I hope she didn't marry him while he's pushing up this rock, but he married a star.
Yeah.
So they were both kind of busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who else wanted to marry a star? That Firefly from Princess and the Frog.
I've never seen Princess and the Frog, so I don't know about this.
It's a really good. Like, I mean, in Disney World,
You know, because we've referred to this in 2 episodes, it has to be referred to in every episode in the
It
future.
does.
God,
Princess and the Frog.
Evangeline.
Alright, keep
Do you think
going.
we'll ever remember his name?
No, I don't know his name. He's not important.
It is important. It's like half of the movie. Anyway, that was it for Merope. She just fades away, and that's why we think like the faint 7th star, like that you maybe sometimes see, is because she's fading away in time that doesn't exist. That's not cyclical or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, fucking like I don't know where I was going.
Is this why some people call polycules constellations?
No. Fucking asshole. I'm never gonna like keep my train of thought because I'm gonna be
I'll ease up on the
Interrupting.
conversationalism.
Okay, but all right, that was my point. So we have folklore around why we think there is a faint seventh star, but in reality, most of the Pleiades stars are variable stars, which is just a fun way of saying they vary in brightness for one reason or another. Most of them are B-type main sequence stars, which is just a lot of words to say. Like, main sequence just means they're in their like main life phase. Like, they haven't exploded yet. And B-type stars are usually variable stars. There's a whole like stellar classification that we could get into, but it's really complicated and I don't want to. So Pleione, the star, not the nymph, is a shell star, which just means that it is expelling material into shells around the star. And Pleione specifically has like 2 shells or like discs that go around it at different angles to one another. And so at some point, like, they are dispelled and then they are recreated. So the brightness of the star does vary significantly to the point where we can like notice it in our sky. So at some point it was brighter.
And it just repeats this cycle constantly.
Yeah, I mean it's slow.
I figured.
Also, there's a star that's Atlas, which is much brighter than Pleione and usually outshines it, especially if like we have a lot of light pollution. We can only see the brightest stars, and if we can only see the brightest stars, we're more likely to see Atlas than we are Pleione.
Okay.
So I don't really know how Pleione ended up being like the variable star that kind of varies in brightness when Merope was like the lost sister and actually isn't. It's kind of like in the middle of the brightness scale. It's not the brightest, it's not the dimmest.
Well, people back in the day were idiots.
Yeah, they'd just be naming shit. Whatever. But the Pleiades can be seen all around the world in everybody's sky at some point. So even though it is like a teeny tiny collection of stars, it exists in mythology all around the world for pretty much everybody, which is really cool. Because then we get some fun stories like the Pleiades and Atlas and all that. Then we also get even more fun stories. So I'm going to tell you a couple of those.
Okay.
So I believe this one comes from the Carib people of the Americas. And it also includes some of the other constellations that we know. So we know Orion, the hunter. Well, to the Carib people, that is Epiatembo. I'm trying to think again. Epiatembo, who is missing his leg. So I'm going to tell you the story of like how he has lost his leg.
Okay.
So no.
Damn.
He was the husband of Wawaya. Or Wawaya. I just got on like your case for like not learning how to pronounce names.
Hey, at least you admit when you have fault.
Yeah, you're right. And this next name I'm gonna butcher it. I'm so sorry. But she is tempted by this other man named Mypuriaman. Everyone say it with me. Mypuriaman. Yeah. Who becomes her secret lover. But he does not appear to her as a man. He appears as a tapir.
She's fucking a tapir? If you don't know what that is, it's like a very tiny elephant.
It kind of looks like a tiny, like, pig anteater.
With a trunk.
Yeah, but
the cutest nose.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
But is it fuckable?
No.
That was way too long of a pause.
I don't think that she was fucking him while he was a tapir.
You just said that he didn't appear to her as a human or man.
He okay, listen, I didn't finish the story.
We didn't finish the story.
He first appears as a tapir because he wants to get close to her, but she's with her husband.
Oh, that's manipulation.
So she cheated?
Yeah.
That's not chill. That's pretty uncool.
No, it's really uncool. Well, he
With a tapir.
promises that he will show his human form.
The elephant guy?
Yeah, if she follows him.
Oh.
No. What?
He's like, come on, I'll become a person if you just come with me. And of course, like, she's like, sure, of course.
Must be colorblind, all these red flags.
Oh my god. So she's walking around and she's collecting her firewood for the fire while she's considering this offer from the tapir.
Oh my god.
And her husband's off somewhere collecting the avocados. And so he comes down from the tree, from gathering his avocados, and she has decided that she is going to go with her tapir lover. And so she takes his axe and chops off his leg.
Why? Why?
So he can't follow her.
So hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This lady,
Yeah.
who has never seen this man, except as a tapir,
Yes.
chops off her husband's leg.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there may have been some sort of background context we're missing as to why she would do this. Because I feel like if you're in a trusting, healthy relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you normally don't chop off your spouse's leg
Probably not.
Mm-mm.
to fuck a little elephant dude.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Of course, like, we're probably getting this secondhand. Okay.
We don't even know
I
if
thought
the
you're saying
elephant
it like
dude...
this is real.
All myth is just a way of knowing about the world, Jake.
Tapir fucker. She's a tapir fucker.
You're a tapir fucker apologist.
That'd be a good shirt.
All of these stories I get from Anthony Aveni in his book Star Stories. To be clear, like he is pretty much the father of the like astroanthropology genre. Not genre's not the right word, but like
That sounds very specific.
yes, he is very knowledgeable, and I think that he is a good source of information, a trustworthy like source of information. So that is where this is coming from. Anyway, she chops off her husband's leg. Oh, I missed the part where the axe was magically sharpened by the tapir lover, so that it was a quick and easy chop.
He ain't got no damn thumbs.
Yeah, but he magic.
Okay.
So, Epiatembo hastily makes a crutch and chases after her with his drippy missing leg.
We don't know if it's drippy. If it was magical, it could have like
Maybe it cauterized it. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't considered. But he chases slowly and eventually finds them together. And
He walks up on the tapir fucking his wife.
yes, he does.
Oh,
That's
no!
crazy.
I assume that he's now in his human form as promised.
You assume.
I didn't write that down.
Yeah, probably
So I
because
don't
you can't
know.
trust a tapir. Tapir are not trustworthy.
How would you know?
They're pretending to be an elephant. They're not even elephants.
That's not. I don't think they're pretending to be anything.
Look at them. Something ain't right.
Someone could say the same about you.
That's not very nice.
No, it's not. So stop being mean towards tapirs.
I'm not mean towards tapirs in general, just trickster. I was going to say patir.
Patir.
Patir. Okay, so he walks up on this copulation.
Yeah, he sure does. And he's like, "That's my wife," in more or less.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. And he cuts off this man's head.
The tapirs?
He sure does. It appears.
Okay.
I
mean, honestly, reasonable response.
Correct.
I'll probably should have got her too.
Well, I think he wanted her back.
She chopped off his fucking leg.
He wanted her
His
back.
possibly drippy leg.
Well, because the way I wrote this is that she, instead of going back with her husband, Waiwaya chases her lover's spirit into the heavens. So it sounds like she had an option.
She doesn't even know this tapir.
She doesn't even know the
She
tapir.
had to have a very toxic relationship
Yeah,
with her husband.
she was probably the toxic one. Although if he's like wanting her back after she, yeah, they're probably not
They're
the
made
best.
for each other.
Yeah,
Or she's extremely manipulative.
perhaps.
Because he took his anger out on someone who didn't even do anything to him directly. Although the tapir did sharpen the axe.
Yeah, Yeah. He definitely was like, oh, you should fuck up your husband so you can I just hit the table.
It's okay.
But anyway, what does this have to do with the Pleiades? Well, Waiwaya is the Pleiades. And Myperiamon's is his head is the Hyades, and Epitiambo's bright red eye is Aldebaran, or again the eye of the bull in Taurus. And Rigel, which is a star I have not mentioned up to this point, but is a bright blue star, is his severed leg. So, what's interesting about star stories is they usually have like a seasonal flow to them, so, like the way they move through the sky.
Right.
So, for this constellation, during the dry season, is when the encounter with the tapir lover is. So that is when you collect wood and you collect your avocados.
You telling me you can look into the sky
Yeah.
and at some point see a tapir fucking this lady?
You sure can. You sure can.
That's sick.
But then, so the husband's search happens in the rainy season.
Mm-hmm.
So the trails are easily traversed by the tapirs, and it's cold out.
Okay.
And so our final act is the planting season. So that occurs
when the tapir plants.
No, the seeds of the avocados. I forgot the part where the husband puts the seeds of avocados in his pockets and they fall out as he's chasing his wife.
What did he do with the rest of the avocado?
I don't know.
That's the expensive part.
But so the Pleiades are rising in mid-June and then are followed by the Hyades and followed by Orion as the seasons change.
Oh, okay.
And that is how the story progresses through the seasons. Now, these stories, as I mentioned, are all over the world and happen in pretty much like every culture.
Mm-hmm.
But how old are they? We have some of our oldest known star charts and atlases that show the Pleiades. So we have something called the Nebra Sky Disk. And the Nebra Sky Disk is from Saxony-Anhalt, Germany. It was discovered in, I think it was 99, but it was discovered by grave robbers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it is
doing the Lord's work.
Right. It's very cool. So we mentioned patinas in our previous episode, and it is I believe it's made out of copper. It's like copper and gold. So it is patinaed. It is actually like a blue-green color now because it's super duper old. And it has the sun, the moon, and a collection of stars, and then like 3 gold bars. And obviously the sun and the moon are the sun and the moon. And the collection of stars is most likely the Pleiades. And then the gold bars either could represent the angle of the sun between the solstices because of how large it is compared to like how far the sun travels on the horizon. It like lines up.
Right.
But it also could be the Milky Way. Like we don't have enough evidence to say one way or the other. But that is from, obviously it's from Germany, and it's, I need to find, hang on, I gotta search my notes.
While you're doing that, I got a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Who was this grave that we stole this from? That was so important that they were buried with this.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. I think it was probably just like they were digging stuff up and found it. I don't know if it was specifically buried with someone.
Gotcha.
But it is 3,500 years old. So it is the world's oldest star map.
Wow. Yeah, that's pre-Jesus.
It is pre-Jesus.
Pre-Jesus.
But we also have something called the Lascaux Caves in southwestern France. The Lascaux Caves.
That's the famous one.
It is the famous one.
With the horse drawing.
Yes, with the horse drawing.
And the hands.
Yes.
I'm lost.
There is a giant cave system in southwestern France that has about 600 paintings and 1,500 engravings on its walls and ceilings. And all of them are either like telling stories or they're maps or they're like knowledge keeping to some degree. but one of them is called Dead Man's Shaft. And in Dead Man's Shaft is a bowl and a collection of stars that looks like Taurus and the Pleiades. And once again, we can't really prove conclusively that, like, yeah, this is definitely a star map, but it looks a lot like a star map. So, and those caves are about 17,000 years old.
That's crazy. I didn't know the French had contributed anything culturally to the state of the world, so I'm impressed.
Well, I don't know if 17,000 years ago they were the French.
You're right, they're still inferior to everyone else.
Who are we going to piss off next? Last episode it was the Germans.
I didn't say anything bad about Germany. I just said I've never seen a happy German man.
Have you seen happy German women?
One time, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when we were in Germany, there was a lady who worked at a bakery. She was extremely kind,
yes.
super sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably all the sugar.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Anyway. That is all to say that the Pleiades, despite being this teeny tiny cluster, has been seen and mapped and thought about, and stories have been created about them for thousands and thousands of years. When we talk about like folklore and astronomy in ancient times, there's usually a lot of like, we don't treat it like science because like we don't treat a lot of like knowledge keeping from ancient times as science because it's storytelling. But oral storytelling and folklore and like just generally telling stories and being curious about the world is how we know and learn about the world. So it is still, in a way, in my opinion, a form of science.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really interesting about the Pleiades in the Andes is that this is a really cool instance of folklore and science coming together. So during the harvest season, the Pleiades are setting. When they are setting, they know that it is time to plow. So they will look for the Pleiades to predict the weather. If they are clear and bright in our pre-dawn sky, so before the dawn, then, they can predict conclusively that good weather is coming for the next couple of months. And if they're dim, then they can expect a meager harvest.
Oh no.
And they should probably wait before they plant because their rain is going to be late. Now, science was able to go look at that and be like, hey, what the heck is this about? Because, like, they're kind of right.
Wow, okay.
And they were able to verify that looking at the Pleiades was a good predictor of how the El Nino storms are going to go, because their brightness, their size, their visibility directly correlates to the transparency of clouds that appear before El Nino.
What is El Nino? I really don't know.
It's so there's El Nino and La Nina, which are like the big storms that come off the coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can
It's
actually
like a big thunderstorm.
Let me see if I can get a better so I don't sound like a fucking idiot.
I thought both of you knew and I just didn't know.
I know it big storm, but I don't
know
really
it's a weather term.
You know. According to Wikipedia, it is a global climate phenomenon that emerges from variation in winds and sea surface temperatures over the tropical Pacific Ocean. The big storm.
I bet.
Mm-hmm. But that, I think, just shows how, like, oral tradition and traditional knowledge keeping is in line with science. It just has, like, a different way of going about it. And I think that's super cool.
It is pretty neat how they were able to. Which I guess if that's something that you do day in, day out, you probably do start to notice little things around you like
patterns,
that. But that's impressive still.
Well, a lot of groups of people had to find ways of making life easier for themselves, so to speak. So, like, we're also, like, as humans, our brains are naturally, like, what is the term I'm looking for? Pattern recognition
seeking, yeah.
machines. So we are constantly looking for the patterns and how can we better like understand the world around us. And obviously like the sky, the stars are going to look the same every night. And so we notice, hey, we got all these patterns in the sky every night and they slowly move over time. And we can tell that like, okay, when this is here at this time, it's spring, you know? So we had to formulate some way of timekeeping in order to like do things better. So like obviously at the time, like they didn't have factories. They probably didn't have a lot of trade.
They didn't have iPhones back then?
No, they didn't have iPhones back then.
Dude, you might as well just fucking end your life. That's crazy.
So they needed to make sure that they would have like the best crop. They needed to make sure that they could like survive the winter. So timekeeping, watching the sky, that was like the best they could do. Now, so actually a lot of different peoples would specifically plan their farming to the Pleiades. So in Indonesia, they would start their agricultural year when they first saw the Pleiades in the early morning sky in the east. In South Africa, the Zulu people, they saw the early morning rise of the Pleiades and they called them the digging stars. And that was when they would start digging or hoeing.
Hell yeah.
But I want to tell you about the Aztecs because they have a very interesting story where I'm not sure where their information was gleaned from, but they are very close to the truth in a way that like I don't think they could have known.
Aliens.
No.
The aliens told them.
Nope.
It sounds like you're an alien denier, which is that's a decision.
But tell me about the Aztecs.
Can I? May I?
Can you?
Tell us about the ancient aliens. Only on History Channel.
If anyone actually believes that, that is racist. So you need to question yourself. Anyway.
But I'm making divisive comments. Okay. Aztecs.
The Aztecs. So they had obviously a whole pantheon of gods and goddesses, as a lot of people did. And I have once again done this to myself where I did not look up how to pronounce this name. I know how to pronounce one of them, but I don't know how to pronounce this one. So give me a second because I don't want to be a jackass. Okay, I think he's mispronouncing they don't usually do a CH sound, but Huitzilopochtli. Yep, I did that. He was the god of the sun and war. Also the patron deity of their capital in Tenochtitlan. Anyway. Huitzilopochtli was the sun. Stop.
I didn't say anything.
You laughed.
I didn't laugh. I just had my face down. Andy laughed.
Quiggly little broccoli.
Oh my god.
Squiggy little broccoli.
Anyway.
This is medium disrespectful. I apologize.
It is a little bit. But it is,
God of War.
Anyway, the God of War. Not the video game. He was the son of Coatlicue, who is a serpent-skirted earth goddess. Now, Coatlicue came across a bundle of hummingbird feathers, and hummingbird feathers were very important in Aztec myth. So she gathers these, and she puts them into her bosom for safekeeping.
Hell yeah.
And then, sometime later, mysteriously finds herself to be pregnant.
You telling me?
The booby feathers.
These hummingbird feathers
Yeah.
in her titties.
Got her preggers.
Got her pregnant.
Anyway, continue on.
In a way.
That's insane.
But Coatlicue also had a daughter, Koyo. Give me a second. Koyo. Damn it! Come on, mouth. Do the thing. Koyo Squawk. Shit. Koyo Squawky.
I think you got it. You did better than I
I'm
could have.
sorry. I'm trying to be respectful and say their names correctly.
Well, then maybe don't look up pronunciations from a fucking Frenchman.
Koyokwaki. Damn it.
Just leave it. You're good.
It's fine.
You
Anyway.
got it. You got it at least once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She becomes jealous of this new brother. And so she plans to kill her mom.
Damn.
Oh.
Because she put some hummingbird feathers in her titties?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So she's like, she convinces her, here's the crazy part. She convinces her 400 brothers.
Whoa.
What?
How many feathers is this woman putting in her bosom?
How many hummingbirds does it take?
Is it how many hummingbirds does it take to knock up a deity? Does it elaborate, or did you do any research into how she has 400 children?
No.
Specifically brothers?
They're all boys, yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, let's keep going.
There are families that I think would try until... Anyway, sorry.
Yes, she convinces her 400 brothers, who she's not jealous of, by the way.
The 401st, though. Fuck that kid.
To join her in her journey to kill her mom. Now, the 400 brothers are the Pleiades. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
They're boys this time.
They are boys this time.
Wow.
I love it when we assign gender to things like
To
gas.
inanimate objects.
Crazy.
Yes. So they're off to kill Coatlicue. And Huitzilopochtli hears of this in the womb. And so he springs from the womb, fully grown and in armor.
As
Ow.
you do.
Fucking ow, dude.
Yeah. And to defend his mother, he kills his sister
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and then chucks her head into the space. And then pursues the brothers and scatters them.
Okay.
That's the whole story.
The end.
The end.
Okay.
But the reason that I find this interesting
It's because they're boys this time.
No.
It's the dismemberment.
because there's 400 of them. Obviously, all the other stories, most of the other stories are of 7 children, 7
Mhm.
sisters, 7 brothers sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But the Aztec is the only one I've come across where it's 400. And now, as I said in the beginning, there's close to 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, scientists discovered what they call the Greater Pleiades Complex, which is a collection of 3,000 stars that has spread out over time, probably because of supernovae and the gravity in the Milky Way. But they think that they are all sibling stars created from the same giant cloud because they are chemically distinct in magnesium and silicon, which is what we know about the Pleiades, the OG Pleiades. So, there's more than 400, but the Aztec are the only ones who are like, oh, there's actually like hundreds of the stars. And yeah, it's actually thousands, but they're the only ones who like
Got even close.
got kind of like, yeah,
How they do that?
I don't know. But the
Well,
Aztecs
had a
are,
lot of cool shit.
they were notoriously like very smart and had a lot of record keeping.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of their buildings were actually built specifically like pointed in directions for not timekeeping, but like to watch the sky.
Yeah.
So a lot of their buildings are pointed towards the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously the sky was very important to them, and like understanding the way the stars moved was a part of their lives, their mythology, the way that they went about their business. So maybe to them, like their 400 Pleiades was just like, this is what we have left, and everything else was just scattered around. And maybe it's like has nothing to do with the fact that there are a lot more Pleiades, or maybe they could see that there are more like stars in that tiny cluster, and they're like, oh, maybe there's more than what we can see. Like I don't know how they conceptualize of the stars. So when we look at like the history of astronomy, we usually go back to when we thought that the Earth was the center of the universe,
Mm-hmm.
and we thought we were in a bowl that had a bunch of like holes poked in it. And so the stars were like just around us and not like infinitely far away.
Mm-hmm.
But for the Aztec, I don't know how they conceptualized of the sky, like what the stars were.
Mm.
And maybe that's kind of where like the stories of gods come in, because like they are literally the gods. But then I couldn't tell you if like they think the gods are just sort of outside of our reach, or if they're like infinitely far away, or if they're like kind of close but small. Like I couldn't tell you. But I think like just exploring the different mythos that comes from like just this one star cluster shows like how vast and fascinating the human consciousness is
Mhm.
overall. And so the Pleiades, outside of the mythos, still are a part of us culturally. You jokingly mentioned Subaru in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but Subaru is actually the Japanese word for the Pleiades. It means unity, and the Subaru logo is the Pleiades star cluster. I think they only have 6.
We should probably know, and the fact that we don't is disgusting. I think Subaru, I don't know if I didn't know it was Unity, but I think they were a merger of like a couple other companies, so that would make sense.
I'm looking at the logo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6. And we also see the Pleiades mentioned in songs, as you mentioned. We see them in poems. There's a whole poem by Amy Lowell called The Pleiades. It's bad. I hate it.
Do people still read poetry?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Edgar Allan Poe wrote one. The quote it's from Serenade, and it goes, "An image of Elysium lies, 7 Pleiades entranced in heaven. From in the deep, another 7." So if you want to see what the context of that, go read an actual poem.
I mean, that part confused me, so I'm good.
I feel like that should be our new version of like Go Touch Grass.
Go read a poem.
Go read a poem.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, you would be.
Oh no, I am.
You should try to better yourself and extend your view of the world.
Yeah, I'm very narrow and closed-minded.
Incredibly so.
So I do need to work on that.
I'm so glad that you could reflect and understand that about yourself.
Yeah, of course. I take a lot of pride in being self-aware and
reflectful,
somehow ignorant at the same time.
Reflectful. Incredible. Well, another little fun factoid is that an old druid rite of the Celts, they knew that it was Halloween when the Pleiades were at the highest point in the sky at midnight. It was also, of course, when the veil between the living and the dead was thinnest.
What if you went to a crossroads on
Halloween?
Oh my!
With the Pleiades?
Well, we all know that lesbians are demons, so like if you prayed,
they were witches.
Well, witches are familiars of demons.
Witches are bisexual. That's right.
Right? Yeah, they're
like
something.
half lesbian.
They're half lesbian
on their mom's side.
What would you ask for at the crossroads at Halloween?
Oh, I guess y'all didn't ask me what I would.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't. Yeah.
You didn't, which was inconsiderate. That's why I made a point to ask you specifically what star cluster you would be.
Thank you.
I think I'd probably go kind of old fashioned and ask for a fuckload of money.
Obviously.
Just because, I mean, money doesn't buy happiness, but it makes things a hell of a lot easier. And other than finances in my job, I'm in a very happy place. So that I feel like that would really round me out as a person if I had unlimited income.
Just rub it in, don't you?
Oh, you guys aren't happy?
I don't know.
That fucking sucks to suck.
Let me ask my magic 8-ball.
Give us a shake.
I dropped it.
You dropped it? How you dropped the 8-ball?
You dropped the 8-ball?
Did all the goo come out?
Yeah.
No, you sold your whole soul for that.
Honestly, that is very Andy to sell their soul for something and then
and
break it.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good
I'd be a
shit.
basic bitch and just get a lot of money.
Well, that's really on par for you. I hope the mic.
I can't wait till we get a video element to this.
I hope the mic picked up the sound of your jaw dropping.
Only every time you walk by. Got his ass. Got his ass.
Disgusting.
Okay.
I think we've that's been about 40 minutes.
55.
55. Great. Well, half of that was us getting interrupted anyway. So let me close it out with perhaps I'm improvising another thought experiment. Now that you know a little bit about the folklore and the history of the Pleiades, given your constellation, what would be your folklore? Like, what thing are you most well known for?
Looking fucking sick.
As a polyworld.
As polyworld,
yeah.
I mean, it would just be really. I think honestly, if there were, if I were a constellation as a polyworld,
yeah.
You guys can argue if you'd like to, but I think I would be the coolest looking constellation. Period.
Well, I think
that would be
a
phenomenal.
spiral constellation would be kind of haunting.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like, oh, what's his name?
Ooh, should have been a spiral and an eye. That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very spooky. Yep, I'm a changing. I want to be an eyeball with a spiral for a pupil. Yep. That way people think there's some other
Junji Ito
dimensional being. Yeah, very Junji Ito.
Yeah.
There we go.
Looking down on you. If anyone's played the game Look Outside, kind of like that, like a giant fucking sick, critter. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, what's your folklore? What are you known for?
What are you known for, Shrimp Andy?
Yeah, my C-shaped constellation. That's definitely not a shrimp.
Are there other shrimp? Letters? Like, is the whole alphabet up there with you?
No.
Oh.
It's just me.
Can I be kind of a dick for a second? I think
you're gonna be regardless.
Yeah.
I think C is kind of an underwhelming letter of the alphabet if you had to pick one to put in the sky.
Wow. Are you gonna let them talk to you?
Hold on, wait.
Do you know there's one called the Heavenly G?
What spot is that in?
What spot is it in?
Yeah.
Why you have to ask me that? I know it's a winter one. Spot. It's
a. Andy, would you be a capital C or a lowercase c?
Does it matter?
You tell me.
It's very important. That's part of your mythos.
Probably a lowercase c.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
You'd be a capital C to me.
You think so? I think my
it's all that big dog energy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I don't have enough forethought to capitalize things. So I think my little shrimp would just be sad.
So you're just known for being sad?
Yeah, like I've dropped something.
What? Hold on, are you the letter C or are you a shrimp?
Shrimp C.
Yeah, shrimp C.
Okay.
Shrimp in the sea.
You're well known for being confused.
What if you drop?
Yeah.
You
dropped your magic 8-ball in the sky.
It's one star. No, it's a set of stars.
Yeah.
And a circle and a figure 8.
It's an asterism.
What do you call me?
What do you think the astrology girlies are gonna say about me? About my horoscope?
Shrimp rising?
Yeah, shrimp rising.
I'm replacing one of the zodiac with the shrimp.
Which one?
Oh.
Virgo.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no problem with that at all.
I
don't even know what Virgo is. Wait, is that the scales?
No, that's Libra. How dare you?
Libra.
That's what Oz is.
What the fuck is Virgo?
She's the lady with I think she's got some hay.
What?
She's like, I don't know.
That sounds fucking lame.
I think she's the most boring one. She's just a lady.
You just pissed off
so many people.
4 people at least.
At least. It's fine. We already said so much dumb shit.
They're Virgos. They don't matter.
No, I felt really bad the other day because I was at the CVS and I said my birthday and the woman was like, "Oh, you're a Virgo like me," and I didn't want to correct her. She's like 4 days off.
So you were almost useless. if you're out there and you're a Virgo, your new sign is the shrimp. You're welcome.
So, yeah, you're welcome.
A shrimp that dropped the 8 ball.
You fucking shrimpies. Well, thank you for coming on this journey to the Pleiades with me.
Thank you for taking us into the space sky.
Yeah, to the space sky just for you. Obviously, if we've said dumb shit, or if you're a Virgo, leave a comment.
Or if you're French, just you can say something, but I'm just gonna assume you're mispronouncing it out loud for real. Also, if you're German and you're a man, have you ever been happy?
I think we should stop talking.
Also, if you've been offended, I'm so sorry.
That doesn't. You sound like such a jackass right now.
Andy's the only one here who's genuinely upset because they dropped their 8 ball, not because we offended anyone.
Correct. Well, I hope you enjoyed your slug snacks.
Thanks, guys.
Join us next time.
Bye.
Bye.